welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm back with an Empties video for the month, and I'm actually really excited because I actually have, well, I'm saying several, but now I can't remember. I feel like I have several, but probably at least a couple actual makeup item empties. And I know next month I will have a few more makeup empties too. So it's not just skincare, not just body care, but I got some makeup empties and I'm so excited about it though. I don't know what, this is like the lamest dance there was ever. But I'm excited. I'm excited that I've got some makeup empties to share with you. So anyways, I don't want to ramble on and on. I've been trying to keep my intros shorter. I hope you guys have been noticing and appreciating that. But I do just want to say really quickly, if you are noticing that it looks like I have two different eyeshadows on each of my eyes, it is because I do. I just filmed this whole makeup look. I'm testing out almost a full face of Pixie Beauty makeup. And I was trying out one of their new palettes and wanted to try as many shadows as I could. So I did one look on this eye, another look on this eye. They're kind of similar, but they're different enough for someone to notice. And so if you noticed, that's what's going on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, I never have any particular order. I just kind of pull things out of my trash can. By the way, in case you guys ever are curious, this that you always see in my thumbnail, I always wonder, like, do people realize that's a trash can, or is it stupid for me to put this in my thumbnail? I'm not sure, but this is my cute little trash can. So anyways, I'm just kind of randomly pulling stuff out of it to get to what I'm sharing. So the first things I actually have two of them, but both of them are empty. These are the NBA Cosmetics makeup brush cleaners, and I have a new one that I just got in today in the mail that I'm going to show you what it looks like, but just so you can see, they're empty, and one of them has all the little kind of bead things. So they're little soaps. They're really cute little soaps that have little pearls and these little faux rhinestone diamondy things to kind of help clean your brush, and they look really cute. They come in a variety of scents, and this one new one that I just got is Blackberry Magnolia. Here's what they look like. So they come with like a pretty little flower decoration, but it's basically just a beautiful soap for cleaning your makeup brushes. It smells really, really good too. So I really recommend checking this out if you're looking for, you know, cutesy little brush soap cleaners. You can use my affiliate code with NBA Cosmetics, Agape Love, for 10% off. So I actually have a whole set of skincare empties, and this is the Confidence line from It Cosmetics. I was sent these in PR. And I finally finished them up. So this is the Confidence in a Cleanser, and this is an anti-aging cleanser. It says skin transforming, hydrating, cleansing serum. And I really like this a lot. I feel like it lathers really well. I feel really, you know, cleansed when I use it. It has a really good scent. This whole line, the Confidence line, has a like sweet citrus scent that I really appreciate and enjoy. Oh, it's so good. And this cleanser is a thick, not like super thick. I was gonna compare it to like snot, but that's really, really gross, and I don't want to do that. But kind of that consistency. That makes it sound gross. I don't want anybody to feel like they're putting snot on their face. I'm so sorry. But it has a little bit of a thicker consistency, which I actually really appreciate in a cleanser, and I really, really liked it. I don't think right now that I will purchase this on my own, just because I actually have. So I just received a new cleanser in PR from Dermadeli. I got a new cleanser in PR from Glow Recipe, and I have another one that I'm trying to finish up from Double Dare Spa. Oh my god, I couldn't, my mind. So I have several cleansers. I really don't need any more, but I did really enjoy this. I think if I were didn't have any other cleansers, I probably would repurchase this. I think it's a really, really great cleanser. I really enjoy the Confidence line in general. And next up, I do have the Confidence in an Eye Cream. This is again another anti-aging product, and this one says it's to brighten, repair, and transform. It says it's for all skin types. And I was actually, when I got this, because it's very similar to the Confidence in a Cream, it looks the same, it's just a little bit smaller. This one's for your eyes. And I was like, I don't think they would do this, but I was curious about the ingredients, and I don't remember them off the top of my head, so I'm not going to tell them to you. But I was like, I wonder if this is just a gimmick, like this is the same thing as this, just in a smaller jar, claims for the eyes. But they are actually different. I did look at the ingredients, and some of them are similar, but this one does have additional ingredients that this one doesn't have, as well as this one has some that this doesn't have. One of the ingredients that at least I can remember off the top of my head in the eye cream is coffee, I believe, or caffeine in this, which I have heard is really great for eye care and for brightening and, you know, waking up and all that kind of stuff. That being said, I don't absolutely love this eye cream. I think it's very, very nice, but it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't one that I reached for a ton. You guys have heard me say over and over again, the eye creams I prefer are the ones that are going to be firming. And so this isn't necessarily a firming eye cream, so that's why it's not my favorite. It doesn't mean it's not good, it's just not my preference. My favorite is the Dermadeli firming eye cream. But I would use this kind of interchangeably because I do feel like it adds some moisture and hydration and stuff like that to my eyes, and I think it's a very nice cream. It's a very thick cream, and it's a really nice cream. It just wasn't my favorite. I have had this for a long time because, like I said, I do prefer other creams that I would kind of use more often, and then I would just use this, you know, here and there every once in a while. But I really started reaching for this a lot more recently, and it helped me finish it off because and some of you guys might know if you've watched my other empties, is that I did purchase a new eye cream that I wanted to test out and try out from the brand ROC, R-O-C, and it has a retinol in it because I've heard really great things about that line for really intense anti-aging, and obviously like retinol is really good for helping with fine lines and anti-aging and stuff like that, so I really wanted to give it a try. And I mentioned, I think in one of my videos, maybe my beauty rewind video, yeah, because I was updating my thoughts on it, and I felt like I hadn't seen much of a difference since using it. I think at that point it had only been like 2 weeks. And I can say at least that now, since I've been using it for quite a bit longer, I definitely do see a difference using that cream, the ROC cream. And I think it's great. I feel like my lids do definitely have a more firm look to them. But the downside to that, and where it brings in this, is that I forgot. I didn't really think about it. I knew this, but I didn't really remember because I haven't really used a lot of products with retinol in it. But retinol is a very, very drying ingredient. And so, and you don't need a lot. Like, you really need to use it sparingly, and you need to use it in conjunction with a very hydrating or moisturizing product. So I had been using that retinol, the ROC cream, day and night, and probably using a little bit more than I need to because I tend to have a heavy hand with skincare. I shouldn't, but I'm learning now, and I'm like, okay, I need to use this a lot more sparingly. Because my eyelids were starting to get so dried out, like almost scaly and peely, and so I haven't, for the last like a week, I haven't really been able to wear eye makeup because my eyes were just so sensitive and very like dry and just peely and scaly, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't do anything with my eyes. And my eyes actually used to get really dry and scaly like that before, and what helped them was argan oil. Sorry, there's so many tangents, but I just want to give you guys a lot of helpful information. I used to use argan oil because a lot of people think argan oil is really only mostly known for uses in hair and hair care and stuff like that, but it's actually really good for your skin, especially dry skin. And I started using that for my eyelids, my scaly eyelids, and that healed them up. And ever since then, they've never been scaly like this again. And even when I ran out of that and didn't purchase more, my eyelids had kind of like healed and weren't scaly anymore. And so it was okay to use other products. Anyways, it just reminded me because I haven't been like that in like at least a couple years, I would say, maybe 3 or so. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with that again. So I stopped using my ROC cream for a little bit and started using this again, just until my eyes can kind of like repair themselves. So this says it helps to repair like your eye skin area and stuff like that. So it's like I need moisture, I need my eyes to repair themselves. They needed a break from the retinol, and so I started using this again, and I think it's really great. It is very moisturizing. My eyelids are on the mend, and so I did finish this up. It is all gone. It's a very nice thick cream. And so yeah, I'm glad that I had this to use, to have something to kind of help my eyes while they were dealing with such dryness. But that being said, I don't think this will be one that I purchase again, just because, like I said, before that really wasn't what I reached for a ton. It was nice to have on hand, but I didn't reach for it very often. It's okay, it's a good product, but just not my favorite. So I know that was a long thing, but I'm like super into like eye creams and eye care, so I wanted to give you like a lot of the backstory and all that stuff. But definitely look into the claims of it and stuff like that, and if it seems like something you want for eye care, I think I would recommend it, because I think it's a great product for eye care, just not it doesn't cover the needs that I want, which is firming. So if it had everything that it had in it plus firming, I think I would love it, but because it's missing the firming, I'm kind of like, I'm gonna look for something with firming. All right, let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the next two products I kind of want to talk about in comparison to one another, because I feel like they're very, very similar, but I definitely have a preference. So like I said, I do have another Confidence product from It Cosmetics, but then I also finished up the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. And so these are both kind of very similar products, because the It Cosmetics Confidence is in a Cream is a moisturizing super cream. It's meant to be deliver extreme hydration and moisture to the skin, as well as, you know, the anti-aging ingredients and things like that. And anyways, the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration is supposed to, you know, moisturize and nourish, like be really intense deep hydration kind of thing. So I just wanted to kind of compare them. I'm just going to tell you right now, I would say I prefer the Confidence in a Cream much better. The Fresh Rose Cream is $42, and you're only getting 1.6 fluid ounces, and the Confidence in a Cream is $48, so it's a little bit more expensive, like it seems like it, but it has the full 2 ounces. So even though it's, what is that, $6 more, like you are getting more product. You guys know I'm very frugal. I like a good deal. So it really depends on what your budget is, even for skincare, because both of these are very expensive. But if you're in that range already, I definitely would recommend the Confidence in a Cream one, because it just, I think, performs it better actually. And they are, even though they're very similar products, they are definitely different. So the Confidence in a Cream is a cream product, whereas this you know, Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream, it's more of a gel consistency, and it's a little bit more lightweight. Both of them, if I'm remembering correctly, have hyaluronic acid in them, which is a great moisturizing, hydrating like skincare ingredient. But I just feel like the Confidence in a Cream has a lot more beneficial skincare ingredients. It's got collagen, hyaluronic acid, peptides, ceramides, antioxidants, colloidal oatmeal. It also, I was looking at the ingredients and I was actually really impressed with some of them, and I'm going to read some of them too. These are just, there's a lot of ingredients here. I don't know what all of them are, but I want to tell you some of them so you guys know. It does have coconut oil in it. This is the It Cosmetics one. But additionally, these are the other things that I found very, very interesting. And these are kind of lower on the list of ingredients, but I still found it very interesting. So it has licorice root extract, which I just heard somebody talking about. I feel like it was Michelle Marino of Sparkle Me Pink talking about licorice root extract, that it's good for something. I can't remember what she said. Maybe for like redness in the skin. I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I'll make a note and put it on the screen. So I thought that was interesting. It's also got turmeric in it, which I've always heard really great things. I actually take turmeric every day internally, but it's also really great for skincare as well as like acne and things like that. So I found that interesting that it had that in there. It's got soybean. It has tea tree oil in it, which I also use every day in my skincare. So I found that very interesting. It has sandalwood, which I've always heard is really great for skincare as well. Lavender oil, which I use in skincare as well. Grapefruit peel oil, which is kind of interesting. I wouldn't think of using citrusy stuff on my skin, but I know that that is kind of something that is used for lightening and brightening the skin. So it's got grapefruit oil, orange peel oil in it as well. And I think that kind of lends to the scents. Remember I said that these have like a citrusy, like a sweet orangey citrus scent to it. So I think that also lends to like the fragrance of it maybe. The It Cosmetics smells, I feel like it's a very masculine scent in my opinion. When I smell it, it actually reminds me of my grandpa, to be honest. So I feel like it's, in my opinion, a masculine scent. Anyway, so it's a very rich cream, and when I use this, I only actually use both of these products at night because they are both actually kind of pretty heavy creams. Not so heavy that you couldn't wear them in the daytime. It's just my preference is to wear something a little bit more lightweight moisturizing wise in the daytime, and the heavier creams I wear at night. So I only ever use these at night because it is such a heavy, rich cream, but it is so moisturizing. I had been struggling recently with a lot of dryness in my skin. I felt like I've gotten my skin under control for the most part, so I'm not quite sure what shifted the last couple of weeks, but my skin has been crying and begging for extra hydration and moisture, and it's been just flaky, especially kind of around my mouth area and then my eyes, like I said, and just has been very, very dry. And I have a lot of other hydrating moisturizers and face creams and stuff like that. I tried all of them to see which one I wanted to use more consistently for my dry skin at that state, because it hasn't been that dry in the longest time. So for me, the other moisturizing creams I have always been great. I haven't needed something super intense, but I was at this point. And when I use this is what did it. This is what helped it, even over my rose cream. So this is like, it's so good. So if you have very dry skin, if it's getting flaky or whatever, this is gonna help you. I swear, like the next day, because I tried all these other moisturizers that I have that have always worked great for me, so it's not that they're bad, but they just weren't doing it. They weren't enough for the dryness of my skin. When I used this, the next day my skin was healed up and less dry, and I'm just like, this is so amazing. So this has been my go-to at least the last couple of weeks. And it's been wonderful, and I used it all up and I love it. So I really, really recommend this if you're looking for intense hydration. Now let's go ahead and move on to the rose one. Like I said, I think I said this is much more of a gel consistency. Let's see if I have even a little bit in there. Oh no, I have the tiniest bit. Wow, why am I wasting that? So it is creamy, but it has more of a gel-like consistency. As you can see, it almost once it hits my skin and kind of emulsifies, it kind of just turns into like a gel. And it feels great. This is very, very hydrating. Let me read you guys some of the ingredients in this. There's not a ton actually. It include hyaluronic acid and rose water. It is their rose line. So let me see what else I can recognize in the ingredients. Alright, this has a much shorter list, but nothing is standing out to me. And also I love because It Cosmetics actually has like the dumbed down, but like it actually has in parentheses some of the things like their like scientific name and then like a regular name that we have known them as. So I'm not saying many that are names that I recognize except for one that says cucumber, so it has cucumber extract in it too. So it's got rose, cucumber, hyaluronic acid, and I do find that this is a very nourishing, a very hydrating cream. But it does say here that it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily. So I mean, it's kind of just for kind of all skin types. So I think if you're looking for like a good hydrating product, this'll work for you. But if you need intense hydration and moisture, choose the It Cosmetics one. So sorry that was super, super long, but I just felt like these are products that I've been using for a while. They're products that are pretty expensive, and I really want to give you kind of like a thorough understanding of why I like them and what's good about them, and hopefully it'll be more helpful to you. I'm not as informed as someone like Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, who can really break down ingredients and give you an analysis, but I can understand a little bit and share a little bit with you, and also just incorporate my experience with them. And so I think this one, it was great. It helped my skin stay very hydrated when it needed it. But as far as, like I said, I'm repeating myself, but just like I said, as far as like really helping dry skin that is like flaky and stuff, this is gonna be your best friend. I don't have a ton more products, so hopefully the rest of this should go by a little bit quicker. I have some empties and then some declutters kind of. So I have an empty of this Skin Ceuticals HA Intensifier. This is a multifunctional serum that helps amplify hyaluronic acids. levels. And you guys know I love my hyaluronic acid serums. I've said before I have several different serums. I have one from SLMD Skincare, and then I have this one from Ceuticals. I believe this one is super expensive. I think it's like $90 to maybe $100. So, ooh, it's very, very pricey, but I love this, and I actually do have a backup of this that I'm going to keep using it. I was sent this in PR, so I was very blessed in that, but I don't know if I will repurchase it or not. I guess I'm going to have to wait till I use up my other one to decide if I do want to spend that kind of money on this, because I know there's other hyaluronic acid serums that are not that expensive. This one I do feel like is different. I feel like it's thicker and it's purple. Like, I don't know if I have like no, you can't see because it's all gone, but you can see it's kind of got this like amber purpley kind of tone to it, and I love this stuff. I felt like it made my skin feel amazing, feel smooth, and just really, really great. The thing is though, I only use this one at night, and I like to use my SLMD skincare one in the daytime, because that one I feel like plays well with other products and makeup, whereas this one, I feel like once it's on my skin, if I put other stuff on top of it, I feel like it kind of makes it peel up. Like, this leaves a layer on my skin. You don't feel it if it's on there kind of by itself, but when you put other like certain products on top of it, it kind of like peels up. I don't know what the deal is with that, so I would only use this at night. But I found that it was really, really great, really, really amazing. This stuff really helps with firming your skin, as well as like plumping and just like smoothing out your skin. And you guys know I'm all about like the firming products, so that's why I like this one. I really, really love it. Now, I did go ahead and look it up because I was curious, because there's no ingredients actually on here, and so I looked it up, and so it is not just a hyaluronic acid serum, and I think that's why it sets it apart, at least for me. Like, I can feel a difference. It's not like my other hyaluronic acid serums, but it does have hyaluronic acid in it, and I found interesting, it also has licorice root extract in it as well, and then purple rice extract, which is probably what gives it that color. But how interesting. And I don't recognize any of the other ingredients, to be honest, but I'm really, really intrigued about the licorice root extract. So, but anyways, I really, really like this. I'm glad I have a backup of it. I'm gonna have to weigh the benefits and the options when I run out of the other one to see if I would purchase it again, because that's, quite frankly, it's not that it's not good, it's just out of my personal budget for skincare. That's just too much for me, but I love it. I think it's great. And the good thing is that it is actually pretty long lasting. A little bit goes a long way. It's more of a thick serum, and it lasts quite a long time. Okay, and then this one is the declutter, and it's not a declutter because I didn't like it. It's just something that kind of got put somewhere and then forgotten about, and I'm actually really, really sad. But this is the Dermadeli pumpkin seed serum. I remember when I got this, learning about how good pumpkin seed serum or pumpkin seed is for your skin, and I remember really liking it. For the longest time I used it like nonstop. You could see I've used quite a bit of it. A little bit goes a long way, but then I just kind of forgot about it. But I do remember really liking this a lot. Of course, it has a 12-month shelf life once it's open, so I've had it I think now 2 years, so it's gotta go. All right, really quickly, I have another setting spray empty. I feel like I have a setting spray or two in every single one of my empties. It's nothing new. This one emptied a lot faster because my daughter actually was using this too. She always comes in and sometimes steals my primers or my setting sprays, and that's totally fine. I was like, just whatever you use, just make sure you bring it back in here so I could talk about it, and put it in my little empties container, so she did. And then I have the CoverGirl Flourish Lash Blast Mascara. I really like this. I used this for quite a bit, and I really liked it a lot. It's got a, you know, one of those flexy wands. It's very spiky. I think it's a nice mascara, but actually now that I've got their new Lash Blast Active Mascara in the red tube, I actually like that one a lot better. So I did use this all up. I liked it, but definitely if I had to tell you between which one was better, the new red one, I like that one a lot better. Moving on to my makeup empties, which in the beginning I totally hyped it up like I had all kinds of makeup empties, and I just have the 2 here. So I apologize. I wasn't trying to bait and switch. I'm so sorry. I was just so excited because this one has been a long time coming. Well, one has. This first one, I'm considering this a makeup empty because it is a primer and because I don't use primer all that often. So I was very proud of myself when I used this all up, even though it was actually sad too because this is one of my favorite primers when I do use a primer. It is so good, but this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. They have a variety of different kind of primers, but the hydrating one is my favorite. It goes on like a lotion, so it doesn't feel like a typical primer, but I do feel like it helps my makeup last longer. And it just feels really good on the skin. But I did finally use it all up and I was just very, very proud of myself. I used up a primer. And then the last thing, here it is, my makeup item, and it is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. And I actually already purchased a backup. To be honest, I purchased a backup last year in April at IMATS. And because this was pretty much down to like a little nubbin and I was like, oh, I'm running out. This is one of my favorite foundations. I need another one. While I was at IMATS, I picked it up because obviously there's deals when you're at IMATS, and so I was like, I'm gonna get it at a deal. I'll have it because I'm about to run out of this, and you know, thinking I was gonna run out so soon, and turns out almost a year later, I still I finally finished this. But you can see that I totally emptied this out and I'm very proud of it. Now I totally could have just left it at the nubbin and just been like, it's done, it's over with, and thrown it away and grabbed my new one and been done with this sooner, but I didn't want to waste, so I really kept at it and used this until it was all used up. I'm very, very proud of myself for that. Especially because a little bit of this product goes a long way, but this is one of my favorite foundations. You guys have seen me use it countless times on my channel, and so it lasts a long time, let me tell you. But I'm glad to have a backup, and I'm glad to be finally finished with this one. And with that, that is all for my empties this month. I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these products and my reviews after using them all up and what I recommend and all that. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products if you have tried any of them. So be sure to share your thoughts and your experiences in the comments section. It could help anybody else coming here to check out this video. So anyways, with that being said, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah!